Hai Uzoners, welcome back to Uzone Talk sama gue Hani di sini. Balik lagi di your most comfortable space buat apa ya, yang awam jadi paham intinya. Dan hari ini spesial banget karena apa ya, tiap gue Uzone Talk tuh selalu ngomong spesial karena memang spesial ya. I'm not sugarcoating nih guys, tapi memang hari ini spesial banget, kedatangan tamu jauh banget dari Europe. Kita akan ngomong tentang industri gaming dan di depan gue nih, gue mau langsung introduce aja kali ya. Ini gue harus nyontek dulu karena memang ada ada kisi-kisi cara menyebutkan namanya biar jelas gitu. Kita welcome aja, di sini depan gue ada founder dan CEO Blamorama Games, Ingrid Friedeshu. Bener nggak sih? Am I correct?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Hello Ingrid, and also we have this cute girl, business development Blamorama Games, Farhan Bestari. Hello Farhan. Okay, thank you so much guys for coming here, and of course especially you for flying so far away.
Yes. I just arrived and now I'm going back now.
Yeah. Okay. So are you from Sweden? You're from Sweden, right?
Yes, I'm from Sweden, and I'm from like far north of Sweden, actually, about almost near the polar circle.
Yeah.
So it's quite different to come here,
Yeah.
like to the more tropic warm and.
It's a city called Luleå, where basically it's just 1 hour away from the Arctic Circle.
Okay. And how about you? You're from Indonesia.
I'm from Indonesia.
Yeah. So you're Indonesian.
I'm Indonesian, yeah.
Okay. So you work together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we work together.
Yes.
Yeah. Moving to Sweden, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and it was like I think just a good luck star, or what you would call it, because we want to be here in Indonesia and Malaysia with our mobile games, our primary markets. And then Farhan is moving to Sweden, and she found us, and she came by one day and was like, sounds like a cool company and want to meet us. And she has like this great resume, and like everything just fall into place. So like, yeah, I'm really, really happy she came by.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like fate, you know, when you
Yeah.
meet the perfect match for your company. And yeah,
We're meant to be.
We're meant to be. Yes,
You're
yes,
meant
yeah.
to be. Is this your first time visiting Indonesia?
It's not my first time visiting
Okay.
Indonesia, but it's my first time being here in Jakarta.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have been in Bandung before and also in Lombok.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your first time visiting Jakarta.
Yeah.
So how's Jakarta treating you so far?
Amazing.
Like, it's very hot, or like the people here?
Yeah, like for me, I love the food.
Okay.
So this is amazing. Like I think it's almost been like a business meeting and food trip.
Yeah, we've been eating. I've been bringing her to like most like Indonesian restaurants. We try a lot of stuff, just bit by bit, so she can taste
Yeah.
everything. But
Because-
I don't think it's never ending food.
Yeah.
There's so many local food here.
Yeah, and I love spicy food. So for me, this is like the perfect place. And
Really?
I gotta be.
Okay.
I almost bought chilies to bring home.
She
So,
bought
like-
she bought bon tabe. Level the
Okay.
black one.
That's
Is it
a good
level
decision,
30?
you know, and you should pack so many of them to go back to Sweden.
We bought an extra bag for me to go home.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite food so far? Like sate padang or Padang food, Padang cuisine?
For me, it's the
Seblak.
the peanut, the satay.
Satay.
For me
With
is
the
like
peanut
satay.
that's
Peanut
like I
sauce.
can have that, and you have it in so many different varieties. So it's like heaven. I can try different things. Like
Okay,
I have
so glad
I think
to
I
hear
have
it.
tried 4 or 5 different satays
Satay,
since I
yeah.
came here.
Okay.
I don't remember everything, but I think it's the satay with the peanut sauce, like just the casual one, the common one, and then sate marangi.
Okay, that's my favorite too.
Yeah, that one is good. But I don't know the rest.
Yeah.
The one that is like minced.
Minced meat with
It's minced meat. Yeah, they.
Okay, but also satay.
Yeah, also satay. I think it's like the Balinese.
Okay,
It's
satay
like
lilit.
a
Yeah,
sweet,
satay lilit,
sweet
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
soy sauce,
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
thicker.
Even me, I don't remember everything. There's just too many.
There's too
types.
many.
Yeah.
Too many of them. Okay. It's always nice, to talk about food.
Yes, I can talk like all day. So
Okay, so now I want to dig more about probably Blamorama Games also. But I have to ask you about the gaming industry in Europe, perhaps.
yeah, how it is in
Yeah,
Europe.
how it is in Europe. I
Well-
mean, as as an Indonesian, I think China has the biggest studio and the developer so far. But I am curious enough about the European. So how is it so far?
Well, if I cannot speak for whole of Europe because there's so many different countries, but like if, for example, Finland, our neighbor country, is very much mobile games there.
Okay.
And in Sweden, it's more like console games. But we still have like a big companies from Sweden. And it's one of the largest exports actually from Sweden. I think it's on number 4 export in Sweden. And it's growing. It's really growing. We are like, I think that we need 20,000 more people working within the games industry just in Sweden. And Sweden is a small country population-wise, so 20,000 maybe not sound so much here in Indonesia, but in Sweden we have 10 million people around the whole country. So 20,000 more people just working in the games industry is a lot. So I think that's a little bit how it is here. And we are actually in Luleå, the only mobile gaming studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're taking that niche market to grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is growing in the northern part of Sweden, the gaming industry, a lot. But we're still the only studio in Luleå right now.
Okay.
But our cities around is growing, and so it's exciting.
Okay, so what are the trends or the innovations that currently driving the gaming industry in Europe?
Well, I think it is like just as a global trend. It's the same in Europe. You see the AI is really like coming strong in different ways. And then also you can see more of the augmented reality and there are a lot of, I think, you work a lot with VR too to make it better because like VR was really big when it came, but it's really never got like a hit, you know. People buy it and try it, but they don't really play it so much. So I see a trend now in how to make it like cool, playable, because a lot of people, you know, get motion sickness and so on. So this, I think, is a big trend, like how making games again and keep it big.
Yeah, and I think a lot more and more new companies popping up every year.
Yeah.
So we have like this gaming industry index that I wrote, and it's just adding up like the numbers of companies.
Yeah.
But we're kind of unique because we're the only game company in Luleå.
Yeah, we're the only game company in Luleå,
Really?
actually.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if I mentioned how it is in the different countries, but for example, we are the only game company in Luleå right now. And Sweden, mostly, we do mobile, but Swedes are mostly doing PC and console game. And then in Finland, it's very big with mobile game.
Okay.
They're really good at that. And for us, it's quite good also because we are so far north. So we could just drive over to Finland and take that 2-hour drive, and 3-hour drive.
So you're targeting Finland users?
Yeah, no, but we get a lot of assistance and knowledge about, because the gaming industry is very like we share with each other because there's such a like the creative space. So we actually work a lot with experts from Finland to like, how do you do this and what do you think? And so I think that's a European thing, and I think it could be global too, because when we meet studios from other countries, we're always like very helpful and like, how do you do
to each other.
And you should meet that person. And
In what year Blamorama Games were founded?
we founded it in 2020 in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the already pandemic.
Yeah.
What makes what triggers you so much to finally found this studio?
Yeah, because we have another company called Blamorama Productions that I have been working with for over 8 years. And we do like video productions and other digital things. And then we thought, wouldn't it be cool if we also could offer like gamification as one of the like services at our company? And we are very like passionate about the environment and making things that make a difference. So then we started thinking, but maybe we could do a game where you can learn how to take care of the planet. And then, but the idea started growing, and we are gamers, and we were like, oh, this is so much fun. We need to like start doing games, not just gamification, just do proper fun games, and then you can learn, of course. And that's like the other thing. And then we thought, okay, we should start another company just for that, just for doing mobile games or other games. So that's,
you're expanding the business.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So now this is subsidiary to the other company.
Okay. But why mobile gaming while the Sweden has mostly the gamers of the PC and console?
For us, because we want to make games that makes a difference. That's
Okay,
like our
yeah,
motto in
yeah.
our studio. And for us, it feels like mobiles. Everybody has mobiles,
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
more accessible to play mobile games and maybe have a console game. And when we do games that can bring change, for example, we can reach a bigger audience if you have mobile.
Like Sweden itself is known as one of the leader of green transition. Everything that is more sustainable, environmental themed, and because I'm from Indonesia, I know how it is here in Indonesia with all the environmental issues. So we feel like our game is very suitable towards Indonesian audience. We want to raise more awareness towards the environment, and we want them to know how important it is to take care of the planet.
Yeah.
And also when you founded this studio during the pandemic, it's also affected all the interest of the users. I mean, pandemic is always related to mobile use exponentially. You know,
Yeah.
like everyone is using mobile phones, and then you take the cake that probably hasn't been taken in Sweden to make game studio based on mobile
Yeah,
platform.
yeah.
So I think that's incredible.
Thank you. Well, we have a few, like we have King, is from Sweden.
King?
They
Oh,
do
okay.
the Candy Crush and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. So we have like we are not many, but those who are there, and now we are startup, so we cannot say yet, but those we have are really big. So we have a lot. That's why part of the biggest export is in Sweden. Fourth biggest export is games. And so we have a few mobile game studios, and those are really huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your first game published?
Right now we have an open beta, and that's why we are here.
Yeah.
And that will be with our first mobile game.
Okay.
So it's really exciting to see like how it turns out, and then we plan to launch it now later this year, maybe in like starting late fall.
Yeah.
Or so
It's our baby.
Yeah.
It's called Bumi actually. Bumi Next Stop Earth. So
It's interesting name, you know?
It's just Bumi, the Earth in
Yeah,
Indonesian.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is the reason you name it Boomi? Like,
well, because we knew from early on that we wanted to be here in the Southeast Asian
Okay.
region. And for Bumi is for the Bahasa,
Yeah.
for Earth.
Yeah.
So we thought it was really like a nice word to have. And then we also looked into because we know we want to go global with the game later on as well. We say like, do you like Bumi? And people are like, oh, Bumi sounds cool and it's catchy.
Yeah.
But most important is that it has a meaning.
yeah.
So that's why we came up with it. And Maya, who's not here today, she's from Malaysia, and we were in KL and like brainstorming about it, and we like, Boomi, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
we have
good.
the same word,
Yeah,
Indonesian
because-
and Malay, right?
And it is in many countries. Boomi is Earth.
And it's originated from the Sanskrit, I
Yeah.
think. Sanskrit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really good word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since the beginning, you have already targeted the Asian market, especially maybe Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Because the first game that we are now having the open beta for, we knew would be a great fit here in Indonesia and Malaysia because of the like openness for innovative solutions for environmental working within the environment and sustainable issues. So we knew that, and also because we have like I don't have my roots here, but Maya as a co-founder has her roots here, and Farron also. And I really love it here. So
Wow.
like, for me, I just
It's
want to
good.
be here as much as I can. So we were like, yes. and
Do you
this
like
is
the
a good-
weather here?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do.
Because I hate it.
You do. I hate.
It's too hot.
I hate the
I'm
weather
melting.
in Sweden.
Well, in Sweden, it's too cold. It can be minus 30 during the winter.
Yeah, so for me, it's like when I come here, it's like, oh, summer warmth, give me more, give me more.
paradise.
Yeah.
Like you
But some-
always dress heavy
Yeah.
in Sweden.
Yeah.
Like 3 layers of clothes at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
You like if you're not from Sweden, you could use a tutorial how to dress
Yeah, yeah.
properly, like layers and layers and layers. Yeah.
That's
But
true.
summer is like it is very beautiful,
Yeah.
but it could be so cold in the winter
Yeah.
up north, and
Yeah.
in summertime it's also really nice. But I like it here. Like I like warm weather.
Yeah.
I think we just
basic-
like the
basically.
balance. We just like the
Yeah.
balance.
Oke guys, ini sebenarnya obrolan kita seru banget, tapi gue harus take a break dulu nih. Mungkin Farron mau minum dulu. You can take a sip of your drink. We have to take a break for less than a minute. So stay tuned guys, jangan kemana-mana. Hai, kita udah kembali lagi di Uzone Talks dan Ingrid dan Farron masih di sini, belum kabur ya. Thank you so much for staying, not running away. Okay, we are talking about game industry globally and specifically in Sweden and in Asia. But I want to know more about you guys. So we have conversation in jar here. I have put random questions here because it's one of my favorite things in this studio. Not because I made it, but I love random questions, guys. So you should take. Okay. Can I read
I'm
it?
left-handed.
Can I read it because you
Okay,
are the
okay.
one who should answer it?
Oh, nay.
Wow. Bad habits you have.
Oh, bad habits I have.
Is it just for Ingrid?
No, for two of you. For
This
both
is
of
hard. There's so many. No, no, but bad habits.
It's easier, to think about bad sides of
Yeah.
ourselves rather than the good
I guess
sides.
I like bad habits. I don't know if it's a bad habit, but I need always to have a snack with me because I have like when I got low blood sugar.
Wow.
You're not gonna be
So
near
relatable.
me. You don't want to be near me. So like that's one of my bad habits. Like
Okay.
so, but I try to. And if I shut down and get quiet, I'm like,
Okay,
give
okay.
me a snack. Maybe that's a bad habit. I don't know. And coffee, I drink a lot of coffee.
What about you, Fanny?
Me, I can shut down at some point. So I can lust from
Yeah.
this, like, yeah,
Disappear.
I can disappear, and I will not want to reply to anyone,
Yeah.
even my boss.
Where are you, Farron? No, no.
And then I just don't want to talk to anyone. I can ignore people who texted me or call me, and I just want to be alone. But that's when if I'm super stressed and tired.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's
Just the cool Farron. Just fun Farron.
But that's human nature. You
Yeah,
need to
I
like,
think so.
I think, you reload and just be able to take in
Yeah.
everything.
Can you do
happening.
one more?
This is a scary question. It's like bad habits. Do I really
you
want
read
to?
right?
Okay. Wow. Where's the worst place you could get stuck? For example,
Worst
like
place.
yeah,
In a bathroom that's smelly, in a, like a
in the bathroom.
yeah, like if you are in a
Bathroom.
mall and it's like really
Okay.
smelly and bad, and what if you got stuck there? It's not fun.
Yeah. It's definitely not
Stuck
fun.
there, like, oh,
Yeah,
please let
that's
me out
true.
of here.
For me, it's a bit around a bathroom. No, but,
What happened,
but I
guys?
mean, like,
What is it with you with bathrooms?
Like you maybe go to a lot
if
of.
you're at the edge and you want to go to the toilet, but there's no toilet and you're stuck at that place,
Yeah,
that's the worst.
What? So there's no toilet.
That's even worse.
if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
at
yeah.
a place,
There's no
right?
toilet.
Yeah.
That's even worse because you have to hold in your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
like the reason I think about it is because when you go to all these festivals and you have these portable toilets,
Yeah.
and sometimes you have seen
stinks.
it stinks.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
one time I saw someone put it over, and the person was in. So that for me,
So they didn't lock the door.
Yeah, they were locked, but someone pushed it, so it fell, and that's why I
Okay.
feel like this would be the nightmare. Like, what if you are stuck in something like that?
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
a quick
okay.
response because it's followed me since. I was like, oh my god,
That's top of mind.
We have a bit of telepathy because immediately what comes to my mind is that thing, and you start talking about the toilet.
We have a thing for cleanliness, you know?
like,
Okay, guys, I have some research here that I will read it to you. In 2020, the year that you founded the Blamorama Games, the industry generated over $159 billion in revenue and is projected to reach over $200 billion in this year, actually, in 2023. In terms of revenue and viewership, the European digital gaming market is also growing, making it one of the fast-growing regions when it comes to gaming. Moreover, Europe accounted for the third largest share of total gaming revenue after Asia Pacific and North America, generating estimated revenue of close to 30 billion euro as of 2022. So Sweden has been one of the prominent hubs
yeah.
for game development in European gaming industry. So do you think, what are the factors that have contributed to that?
To why Sweden?
Yeah.
Because I think we are such a small country in size of population.
Yeah.
So we need to be like looking on global trends and being really agile in adapting to be relevant. And also we have a lot of winter time where you want to be inside and do creative stuff maybe.
Okay.
And also, so I think a lot of that contributes to the gaming industry as well, being successful and growing. Because it's part of our Swedish DNA to look around the world and see what's happening and want to be out in the world, especially. And then I think we also have in Sweden for a long time have quite good with all the digitalization. So we have all the schools working more and more with game schools and things like that. And I think that could be one of the parts, and that's also why it's one of the fourth biggest exports in Sweden.
Okay, so academic sector has already introduced games to young students.
No, not like playing games in school. That's
playing
still
games.
Not gamification. Not so much in Sweden actually.
Okay.
Not yet. But the fact that just the education of game artist, the programmer, UI, UX, all these kind of things is quite big in Sweden.
Okay.
It's growing.
How to create the games, more like that. Okay.
I agree when Ingrid says that because Sweden is a small country.
Yeah.
They think globally.
Yeah.
They have to look for opportunities outside. So, and that's why a lot of the gaming companies that came from Sweden, their games are super popular globally. And this correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what something that I really noticed is that in Indonesia, it is very common for us to have laptops, right? But in Sweden, I think people built their own PC more compared than having a laptop.
Yeah.
If they have a laptop, but they at least have a PC at home,
Yes.
and they build gaming PC instead of just right. Is it
That's
correct?
true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of customization and building really, really good gaming computers. Actually, Maya's husband is building. He does that. So he has built a lot of he built a great computers for us at the office too.
Yeah.
But that's really a big thing, actually, as you say it. That we do. We don't have laptops as much, just for work maybe.
Okay.
But not private. Then we have playing more PC and having bigger.
So in terms of technology, Swedish people are most likely to build their own needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And I mean, we live really up north.
Yes.
Really, really up north. But it doesn't make any difference whether south being more developed, for example. But we're not underdeveloped
Yeah,
even.
that's the one
up
that I'm
north.
going to ask you. Like,
It's-
what does it mean to live up north? You know,
The only
in Sweden?
thing that it means is that we are fewer in population,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the northern region is more very much outgoing, doing business around the world and having a lot of tourists coming to, because it's so exotic. So we're very global up there. And there's also a lot of like the green technologies want to be there because of we have the space and we have the like big education, work a lot with the space engineering programs and so on. So we have this, we talked about it earlier, like Facebook, now Meta, they opened their first servers outside of US in Luleå, for example.
in our city.
Wow.
So a lot of people think that the northern region may be very rural or so, but it's very tech, and a lot of big companies come from there.
Not that secluded.
No,
actually,
no,
yeah.
no. It's just like
we
the
have a lot
distance.
of data centers in the north.
From different countries and different companies coming in and want to be there. So we do a lot of international business.
So
up
it's
north.
really well distributed in terms of tech.
Okay.
We also have fast internet there.
Yeah,
so no worries.
We do.
So Farhan, as an Indonesian, have you ever visited Sweden, or most likely on the north side of the country?
Yeah, actually, I was in Sweden for last year for half year. I
Okay.
was there. I was living there, and then by the end of my visit, we met.
Yeah.
And that's how we started working together. And so we started working together last year until now. And I visited Sweden again like few months ago. So I just came back mid-May. Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah.
It
So
was
the,
like
the
one-
first time she visited Sweden, you haven't worked for
No, I haven't.
Blamorama Games.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't.
No.
But then
Again,
we
meant
met
to be.
there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
meant to be.
I think, was it your second when you had your second trip here? No, first trip. Then there was 1 week left, but you were gonna be in Sweden.
It
1
was
week.
only 5 days before I have to fly back to Indonesia.
She came to our office. We met.
No, not yet.
No?
It was just the email.
Ah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
the
that's true.
third day, 3 days before I left, we met.
That's true. That's true. So when we started working together, you were like in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
So yeah,
And then I came back, so
that's true.
we can work at
That's
the office.
how it was. Now, because I remember it was like less than a week, and we were like, "Why did you come so late? Where are you gonna go already?"
Yeah.
But then it worked so well. So
So what things that obviously different from the technology scale or the gaming industry comparing Indonesia to Sweden?
I think it's really various. Depends on what company you're working at. I know that Indonesia is growing in their esports, right? And we have a lot of tournaments, but it's mostly mobile games, right? But in Sweden, I think they tend to have like this PC tournaments.
Okay.
We can mention like
Different segment,
DreamHack.
yeah.
Like DreamHack, for example. It's like CS:GO. But yeah, I think that's the different part. But because I'm working in a mobile game industry, so we don't really touch that part.
no, not so
Yeah,
much.
not
no.
so much. Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the Boomi game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you spill a little bit more?
Can you spill a little bit more about
You
it?
can download the game actually in Play
Okay,
Store or
the
App
beta
Store.
version.
Yeah, we have the open beta. We have an open beta in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Sweden, so you can try it out and give feedback for us, and then we will adapt and fix things that maybe are not so funny, or the things that are really funny. We will develop even more. So that's a good time to, if you want to raise your opinions about the game or what can be like things that can be implemented. Maybe it's your things that you would suggest it to us. Who knows? But it is we call it a planet-saving adventure. It's like a
City Manager.
yes, a cash like an a casual city management game where you do green activities together with some alien friends. Alien friends, yeah, because there is
in Bumi.
Yeah,
because it's like they had their planet and it was destroyed due to environmental
Wow.
It was destroyed due to environmental destruction.
Like Wall-E.
Yeah, and they managed to save this little precious magic planet seed. So they need to find some place where they could start anew and like grow this little seed that would turn into the new planet.
Okay.
And they find Earth and say, oh, this is so beautiful. This would be the perfect place. And then when they land, they say, oh no, they're doing the same things that we did. So they're deciding to help us save our planet. So there is different green activities like sorting trash, reforestation, ocean cleanup and things like that. And then we also have implemented a few things like this Swedish stuff that we do for environment. So the currency
The currency.
is we call in Sweden we recycle these bottles and aluminum cans in a machine in the grocery store, and when each can you get money, so then you can give the receipt to the cashier, either buy groceries or just get the money from the receipt. So in our game we have that as a currency, for example. So for us it's important we share like innovative solutions from around the world to inspire innovation as well as like learning things.
So we put in a bit of like that Swedish touch.
Yeah. Still localized on Swedish.
Exactly, to show like what is possible in different ways, and then from like moving forward, we're implementing more stuff that we get inspired from around the world and so on, and build on expansions and more characters and so on.
Okay, so Bumi has a big theme for the environment.
Yeah.
Well,
it is an planet
And
saving
it's more like
adventure.
it's more like go green campaign or whatsoever.
Yeah, we said like join the
But-
Boomi movement. It's like
So the more you play the mini games, or we call it the green activities, then the,
inside of the game.
inside of the game, that's when like the health of your city goes up.
Okay.
the health of your city goes up, and the precious little planet seed feels better.
Yeah.
And giving you medical stuff.
what kind of gamers that you actually target to play this game?
For us, we say like this game is like we said, saving the planet is for everybody. But in our company, as a female-led company, and also as like a minority a little bit, at least where we come from in the gaming industry, we want to target especially young women and girls to make a more inclusive like gaming society. So for us, that's like the main target group. And then what we have seen, like with this game, for example, a lot of guys said, but this is fun for me too. And we said, you can save the planet too, of course. We will not stop you. So, but when we think about our games and so on, we have that target group in mind, especially to be like role models too.
Why is Indonesia included as your one of the main targets for this launching of the Boomi game?
Yeah. It was like already from when we had planted the little seed of thought to do the game, we knew that we wanted to be in this market because as you say, Fern, you are very open. You're very open for innovative ways of tackle the environmental issues.
And
as
Indonesian
well as,
people like to litter, you know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you're
that's
Love littering on the street.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
but so
as
that's
I
why you need
mentioned,
it too.
yeah.
I like it.
As I
I like
mentioned
littering.
before, right?
No,
like,
just kidding.
I think that like other countries have been so aware with sustainability.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that Indonesians are not aware.
But it's true.
Our generation, right? I feel like our generation right now starting to get
A little bit better.
a bit better. Like they have like this kind of more. They tend to pay more for something that is greener, and they want to spend more to have a better life, which is different from how it used to be.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing kind of pushes us to. If this generation can do better, then of course the whole population will have the opportunity to be able to change for that something better in the future.
Yeah.
So we want to communicate that, right?
And here is a huge youth population.
Yeah.
So we can make a lot
much
of
more
Yeah.
much more population than Sweden.
Yeah. And also a lot of like mobile game, like playing more mobile game also. So for us, it just felt like a good match
Yeah.
to start here.
Good move also, yeah. So
And
how
also
does
to be here more with the warm weather.
Yeah.
still
I said like, where is it good climate to be in?
how does it feel to be a woman leader in such a tech company?
Yeah, sometimes like it feels like you need to be so much better than guys
Yeah.
to be equal, you know.
Yeah.
So like a guy can say I can do that, this and this, and they will trust you, and maybe they don't even cannot do it. But for us women, you need to really like show that I can actually do this. I have this track record. I have done it. Then I'm like, okay, that's good. So I think we have a little bit more hard time within the industry because of that, because they're still so they're not used to women. So they think, are you really gonna be able to do good games?
Yeah.
We need to prove so much more. But otherwise, also we have this advantage of being in a minority, because then we get to like show more to other girls. I don't know
Yeah.
how to so.
We
now I
can be
start
like
to,
a role model,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We should.
Because games are more common towards male.
Yeah.
Like a lot of gamers are male.
Yeah.
I know we have like female gamers, but
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
have it a lot.
Yeah.
And as a business leader like Ingrid and our team, like who are mostly women, we have like this little pride that we're in this industry, and people are happy having us in this industry too. Even though we're minor, but I feel like people are supporting us as well.
Yeah.
They start to be more and more like appreciated, and they want to be more inclusive. And we have like female women in games meetups a lot where we can like connect and also do more business together
Yeah.
and empower each other. So it is really growing. And you know, like we women and girls, we play a lot of games. So there is like yes,
And
a need.
Yeah.
and this is
There is no
my-
discrimination needed, you know.
That's true. And in my personal experience, for example, in Asia, games are not seen as something positive.
Yeah, like wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. And then even if kids, for example, play games, parents usually will only allow their boys to play games, but not girls, right? And
It's not for you. Like this, something
yeah,
like
it's not
that.
for you. But the more like the current generation, I saw like more girls are playing games, and parents are starting to get more open. And from the game that we are developing right now, I feel like games are not just an entertainment, but we want to make a change, and we want them to learn by playing games as well. So it's not something negative. We don't want it to be seen as a negative thing anymore, because I know that we know that usually it's easier to study when it's more visual.
Yeah.
Right. You can learn something, but you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
When it's like theory book, it's so difficult. You have to memorize it. You
Yeah,
have to
and it's
read
boring,
it. It's
yeah.
boring. But when you learn from games, it is something new. And I think the current generation parents also understand that more than how it is before.
They start
So-
to accept that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very unique. And what are the challenges, for you as a woman leader, especially in the gaming industry that most commonly associated with males?
I think just the way that you need to prove yourself more. I think that's the challenge. You need to like show more track record or proof or what's like that before maybe partners want to venture into like a partnership or investor, things like that to grow the company. Then as a female leader, you often need to prove more.
Okay.
That's like I think the biggest thing.
Okay.
Otherwise, because we are so many like in the industry, females more and more working, it's we have this community. So, and also when we talk to other players and so on, that's no issue. It's more like that as a business leader.
How many people are there working for Blamorama Games?
From Blamorama
Yeah.
Games. We are 4 people in Sweden and we are 6 people in Indonesia.
Really?
Yeah.
10 people.
So, but we are also working like we have full-time employees and also consultants. So we call it the Blamorama Network, where you can be consultant and also do your, like you have your own thing, but also work together with us. But as a Blamorama, in the Blamorama Network, you are like a colleague and you can come up with ideas and input and like things like that.
How
So
about the developers?
they are consultants.
Oh, they're
So,
they're called
or we have,
consultants.
like we work with programmers and artists. We have one in-house programmer, and then we have consultant programmers too. So, and then we have like the production team, the creatives and so on are in-house, and then we work with artists also in collaborations with consultants as well.
Okay.
And one in-house. So we are like a mix, and that's because we are a startup. So we need to.
We're growing our team.
Yeah, we are growing our team, and this
So-
is a good way to find talent and find people
Yeah.
who enjoy working with us, and we can see like, oh, this is a good match, and
That's
how
true.
we.
Okay. It's fun, but
Bubbling on.
How long did you develop the Boomi Games?
The Boomi Game, like the idea started quite long time ago, but then we didn't do so much about it because we were like, how can we implement it and so on. So
Okay.
I can say like around 2 years we have been working with the game, more and less full time, because we have since we started the subsidiary, then we started like really developing the game.
Yeah.
Before that, it has been more a seed of thought and planning and things like that.
Okay. What idea that came across your mind when you decide to, okay, we really need to develop Boomi Game? Like, this is really important. What makes you
Because
really?
we were invited by the Malaysian government,
Okay.
MDEC, Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, and they said like, wow.
Before you develop the
Yeah. We just had like a prototype, a thought, and they were like, wow, this was something that would be needed, and we're looking for things like that. And then we felt like, okay, this is a good thing that we are like, this could be big, and this could be really helpful as well, like something that people actually will use and want to have. So that's why when we decided, okay, we need to start working on this and develop this, and then also see what more we can do within this Boomi universe that I call
Okay.
it.
Are you a gamer?
Yes, I am a gamer. Well, so that's also one part of it, why it was so much fun when we
Okay.
started with the gamification, and I was like, I want to do this full time. I just, it's
You're also
just-
pouring out your passion, your inner passion
so
into
not
work.
only as like one part of the company, but actually doing it has a company that just do games. It's a little bit of a like childhood dream come true. Like, because I not only play games, I do games. I make games. Like,
I do games.
I make games. So, but I mostly actually I'm more like a PlayStation person.
Okay.
So
you're
right
mo-
now I'm
You're
playing.
more like a console person.
Yeah. Like I enjoy the
Console
mobile
gamer.
games while I do small things, but I can sit for hours playing like PlayStation 5 now, and it's like Hogwarts Legacies.
Wow.
So that's my winding down time. Like I don't go out. I go into my sofa and sit and play and like.
So you are,
So
so you are a Potterhead.
yes,
Yay,
I even
high
had bought
five.
I bought like a pajama and a coffee mug, so I can really like
Okay.
indulge myself and be like
Really
in the Potter
invested
world.
in the
Yeah,
game.
so I
Okay.
can put on my Harry Potter pajamas and my mug, and then I sit there and play. And then I have like all these different, like Mass Effect also was one of these game series that I enjoy so much. Like I played so
Okay,
much.
but now you gotta,
You're starting speaking Indonesian.
I'm starting confused. Okay, so you have this transition from console to mobile gaming. Okay.
But yeah, that's because when we in our studio we want to make games that make a change. So for us, mobile is more inclusive.
Yeah.
Like around the world, people have mobiles.
Yeah, yeah.
So we knew that when we want to do, for example, this game that is about taking care of the planet and so on, we can reach more people in a more inclusive way if we do a mobile game. And that's also what I think is so amazing, because it's like free to play. So everybody can play it.
Yeah.
It's not like you need to buy this expensive
Yeah,
console
yeah.
or this game for I don't know how much. Like everybody who has a phone can play our game and can make a difference.
That's correct,
Like
yeah.
so that's why we ventured into mobile. So
Yeah. How about you, Farron? Are you a gamer?
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna call myself as a gamer actually.
But you like to play games?
I do play a few old games.
Me too.
And I'm not like I don't play games intensely, but I'm quite familiar with games because my brother and my partner they play games a lot. So I prefer to be an observant. So I enjoy watching people play games.
Yeah.
Like streamers and
Yeah.
tournaments. I enjoy watching them. I watch it in Twitch or other kind of like streams, right?
Yeah.
And I do play some mobile games as well. I play Portal 2 as well.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite games.
That's really nice.
What game?
Portal 2.
Portal 2?
You play it with it's 2-player game. So yeah, you play it. You just shoot portals.
Yeah, but it's a really nice game to play. You can be like just in your own.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah, and then I do play Pokemon a lot in Game Boy Advance.
You have a lot of knowledge about the gaming industry.
Yeah, because I like to observe and I like to watch strategy games. I watch CSGO a lot as well. I'm recently... Do you know Victoria 3? Yeah, I'm also watching that. So I like to watch, but I just don't really play it.
Yeah, but so you're like the perfect when we work with like business development and marketing and so on, because you know like what trends are going on, especially here also. So we know like, oh, this we can do to make it appreciated and enjoyed, and so you have a lot of knowledge within this industry, and that's I think
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's beneficial for your company.
Yeah.
Because I think you don't have to be a gamer when
Yeah,
you work in a
of
game
course.
You
industry.
can still
Of
enjoy
course.
like the creativeness and
As long as you know the
happening,
business also, yeah.
That's true.
Do you play The Last of Us?
Yes.
Everybody plays it. I don't know. I just watch it.
Yeah,
I
like
just
I
watch
played
it
it with
serious.
my husband, and
Okay.
we'd like take turns because it's like so like beautiful the
Yeah,
game. So
yeah.
it's like watching a long movie. But sometimes also I'm not so much for the when it's scary. Like I get a little panic when all the
Very
like,
gory,
zombies
yeah.
comes, and then I get. You can take the control, and
You
I sit there
switch.
like, so I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's a great game.
Okay. So now you are here. What business did you have when you visited Jakarta?
We had a lot of. I cannot go in so much into details because we are still in the open beta and doing like this all this.
It's got to be a
things.
surprise.
But we have a lot of good meetings with, for example, schools and also with organizations working within the environmental sector.
Okay.
So this has been a really productive meeting for us. Visit
Okay.
for us. Yeah. So I think we have had like 3 to 4 meetings a day almost since we came.
Very busy
So, very busy.
schedule.
And also having our own event on top of that needed like
true.
the last minute planning and preparing, going on stage. So I think we had
it's
had
like morning meeting, lunch meeting, and then after lunch meeting and dinner meeting.
so I think like we will have when we go home, it's like 20 hours flight. I will sleep all the way home, and you will sleep all week. You said like don't work no more now when we go.
Yeah, that's true.
But all of them were based in Jakarta.
Yes, we have been only in
Okay.
Jakarta this time.
Okay.
Because it
So-
was so intense. We didn't have time to go venture into other areas or cities. But we were planning to go to Bandung, but we didn't have the time this time. So, but
I plan to bring her to PRJ, Pekan Raya Jakarta, or Jakarta Fair, but we had no time.
So sad.
I was hoping that she can try kerak telur.
Yeah. Oh my God, I agree. Now I'm gonna encourage you to go to
yeah,
Jakarta
if
Fair.
we have time.
If we have time, because
I hope you do.
She's flying back tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope you do. Because
So-
it's gonna be a different taste when you just order it online. You just gotta straight up there.
Yeah, I
So,
heard
yeah.
from Fern it was so hard to get it fresh. Otherwise, like you can buy it. It's
I
not
don't know,
so
you know,
common.
It's more. It's
The-
it's.
you know.
The waiting sensation, and you just gotta buy it straight on the seller, on the.
And I think this dish, like, it's so special that you don't really can find it other than in that Jakarta Fair.
Yeah.
Like you definitely can find
Yeah,
it, but
you
it's
can find it
super
anywhere.
rare. It's super,
Yeah, super rare.
Yeah.
And it's been iconic. I don't know, iconic street food when you come to Jakarta Fair.
Oh.
Yeah, so I hope you do have time.
I hope to.
Visit
I hope
Jakarta
to.
Fair.
Like that's
Just
one.
for
That's one of
Kraftwerk.
my other hobbies is trying new foods.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best.
It's the best stuff.
We start with food. Now we talk again about food.
Close circle.
So Blamorama Games currently busy to publishing the fixed version of Boomi Game. But what other innovations that you might have in the future for your company?
That's also something that's a little bit hard to talk about right now, but
Maybe a hint,
but you will see. No?
like community development,
Yes.
or
We
maybe
work
like
a
what?
lot with, for example, for this game, we work a lot with the community. So we have this hashtag that I don't know if I've said before, like Boomi movement.
Okay.
So we encourage everybody when we're doing like the screen activities and have maybe fun, innovative solutions for sustainable methods, or just fun, like doing fun stuff within this theme. To post it under hashtag Boomi movement, because we work a lot with like join the Boomi movement, and then we can inspire each other if you follow that hashtag and so on. So that's part of a few things that we are working on a lot, like community building.
But so it comes back to our vision actually as
Yeah.
Blamorama Games, that we want to continue making super fun games that are made based on diversity and inclusion.
Yeah,
Inclusion.
exactly.
So those are the things that we will still do in the future.
Yeah.
We will keep on develop more games that is fun, that has value in it, that touches more of like that makes a change basically, that has impact. Either it's social issues, environmental issues, but
Make it more fun.
Yeah,
but make it in a fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. Maybe I venture into my like, but yeah, that is like our mission with this studio, to do games that make a difference.
Okay.
So so you said it very well.
Okay. yeah, of course. Maybe last question before we close this fun conversation. What kind of contribution that Blamorama Games that probably will provide to Indonesian people in terms of developing their own games? Do you have any initiative perhaps for that in the future?
For others to, can you repeat that?
Yeah,
question?
for Indonesian people to have the capability, to develop their own games, to be their own creation, to be their own creator for games.
I don't. Sorry, I don't
Like
think I understand
probably
the question.
probably more like partnership, perhaps
Like
with Indonesian.
internship or
Yeah, I don't know, like maybe partnership with the community in Indonesia, for example, to give some learnings to develop their own games for to be creator.
I think okay, I can try and answer it and see if I understand the question.
Okay.
And then otherwise you take it. Like what we do in Blamorama Games is that we have internship programs.
Okay.
So that we can have with students around the world, or even just people who are want to come into this industry. If like for example, you have a talent for being a 2D artist or a 3D artist or a programmer, we have this internship program in Blamorama Games that we do. So we just had a internship program for 6 months, and there we actually had one student from he is a talent, so not a student.
Yeah.
He is a talent that wants to be in the game industry, so he is part of that internship program here from Jakarta. And then we had students from our regions as well. So we worked together and like build stuff, continue on the Boomi universe things. So that is also part of things that we want to do to like nurture the talents both locally
nurturing the
here
talent,
and in the Sweden where we come from, because we need all the talent we can get, especially in Sweden. We need I think 20,000 people working within the game industry in just a couple of next 5 years, and that's a lot for Sweden. We need to have a lot of people working within this industry.
So
and I think we will keep on growing. We have like these roots in Indonesia and Malaysia, so we will of course have more like long-term planned in growing in these countries, right? So yeah, there will be of course like opportunities popping up, whether it's internship or any kind of contribution. Like our game is not just a game and it stops like in the learning part, but we of course want to encourage our players to contribute in something, in action, right? Implementation that they learn from our game. So that's what we're trying to build up right now, basically. But not more than that. Details.
Oke, Uzoners, segitu aja dulu nih perbincangan kali ini, dan probably I will ask you a fun closing statement for our Uzoners right there.
Well, yeah, because there is our open beta, you now have the opportunity to have your input maybe implemented into the game. So we would really love you to, if you would like to download it and play it, and all the feedback you have regarding the game, just put it into us, and maybe we see what happens when the final product, maybe your idea was implemented in the game. That would be so cool. And also to join the Boomi movement. If you have any environmental themed things or green activities that you want to share, just do the hashtag Boomi movement, and we will see it, and the audience around the world hopefully too. So follow that hashtag, and hope you enjoy our game.
And
Would you like to add some of the like it's available for iOS and Android?
yeah, it's available for in App Store, Play Store, so you can just search Boomi Next Stop Earth and you'll find our game.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Segitu dulu nih Uzoners. Semoga perbincangan ini insightful, dan kalian juga kalau kepo atau penasaran banget nih sama game Boomi, bisa cek aja di tadi Vera juga udah mention, ada di Play Store, Google Play Store, dan App Store Apple. So segitu dulu obrolan kita. Kalian kalau misalnya ada ide kita mau bahas apa lagi, silakan tulis di kolom komentar. So see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Can we say hey do?
Yeah, hey do.
Okay. Hey. Can we say like 1, 2, 3? Which camera? This one. Okay.
What?
1, 2, 3.
Hey do.
It's in Swedish, basically.
It means bye.
Bye bye. Should we say it together?
Yeah, we should. Hey do.
Hey
Yeah.
do.
Hey do.
Yeah.
Okay. One more time. Hey. 1, 2, 3. Hey do.
Oh, one.
Okay, one more time.
1, 2, 3.
Hey do.